Hi, I'm Brian with Colorado Native, and today is the first episode of Things You Don't Know That You Should Know. Today's episode is probably the most important. That's why I chose it to be number one that I can think of at least, and it has to do with RCV policies versus ACV policies, your insurance policy. Most of you probably don't know what that is, but you should know. So today I brought in an expert, an insurance expert, Jessica Farland. She's with Farmers Insurance, and she's been doing this for over 10 years, is an absolute boss in the insurance industry. And I would highly advise you guys to heed the advice that she has, because it could save you $10, $15, $20,000 if your home has a major claim on it. So hope you guys enjoy. And Jessica, you're based out of Firestone, correct? But you service all of Northern Colorado, or?
Correct. Really anywhere in Colorado. My book of business stretches all the way. I have clients all the way in Pueblo, believe it or not. So I stretch everywhere. I'm great over the phone, and I will travel to my clients. I travel to Parker quite a bit for my clients. So
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. So the reason why I brought Jessica on today is because we get a lot of questions about replacement cost value and actual cash value. And most of the people that I talk to have no idea what their policy actually entails when it comes to roof replacement or even anything else involved in your home. So I wanted to bring on an expert, and maybe you could help us out with this incredibly confusing question.
Sure. It's I like to explain it more in the way of property, and it ties directly into roofing. But actual cash value versus replacement cost, if we switch more gears into actual cash value is the depreciated value of an item of your property at the time of loss. So think of this type of settlement as not putting you back to the type of place that you were at the time of loss. So think of a garage sale, right? You have your items at the garage sale because they're not the value that they were at the time that you bought it. Think of a brand new TV, right? 10 years from now, that TV is not going to be the price that it was when you bought it. So at the time of a claim, you're going to get depreciated for that by 10 years. That doesn't feel very good. We're going to give you 10 years old TV. That doesn't feel good. Same for a roof. You're going to get depreciated by the years of the roof, of how old that roof is, if you have actual cash value. Now, that's not leaving you in a place of when you originally, that's not replacement cost. So replacement cost on a policy is putting you back to the place originally where you were at the claim. So you had a full roof at the claim, right? Good to go, no errors. So replacement cost, even we know that roof is 10 years old, maybe 5 years old, right? We're going to put you back to where you were, wholly, no errors, no gaps. Where actual cash value, we're depreciating you by 10 years. And now you're going to have gaps in there where you're going to come out of pocket, and there's major gaps because you're at a garage sale value now, right? Whereas replacement costs, we're giving you full value for that 10-year-old TV.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The question that I also get when I kind of try to do an amateur job of describing that is, well, how do I know what I have? What is the best way for these folks to find out if they actually have replacement cost value or ACV policy?
I'm just blunt with it. I sell value-based policies, and a lot of the time people will come to me and reviews for free. So I say, bring me your policies. I want to see what you have going on. Right off the bat, if you have a flat $1,000 deductible, or if your premium is right in the 800s or lower, we have a problem. That's something that I immediately kind of think, those are just kind of the main ones off the top for me. And then once I start digging in the policy, that's where I just kind of right off the bat know, because you're paying, that's it. Same for clothing, right? Right off the bat, oh my gosh, it's so cheap, or it's so inexpensive. I don't like using the word cheap, but it's inexpensive. it's kind of a red flag, right? Why is it so inexpensive? Well, it's because that gap I'm talking about, right? You're paying for something low on the front end and then your claim happens, right? So now you have gaps because you've been paying for something so inexpensive for so long, but I call it legalized gambling. You're gambling that you're not going to have a claim going on, but when that claim hits, now you have gaps happening because you've been paying for something so little for so long, right?
Right. And when you're talking about something like a roof where, it can be, depending on the size of the roof, $15,000, $20,000, and you're depreciating 10 years of that, or 15, or sometimes 20 years of that roof off of there, you're talking about a substantial amount of money.
100%. So now you have a replacement cost policy. And of course, there's going to be a swing in premium there. I can explain that swing in premium all day long. You're paying for us to come in and say, okay, Joe, let me just take care of this claim for you. You're going to come out of pocket on your deductible, and that's it. Let me just come in and you can just sit on your couch and we're going to take care of, excuse me. We're going to take care of your claim from there. You're not going to have these gaps where we're going to say, oh, I depreciated that by 10 years. I depreciated your gutter. I depreciated this.
Yeah.
Oh, you just paid your deductible and you still owe me 10 grand. Still owe 10 grand to fix the rest of this stuff, or even 20. Like you said, it depends on how big is your house? How big is your roof?
Right.
How does that feel at the end of the claim? Just because you saved a few thousand on your premium each year, or not even each year, every 5 years or something
right. Yeah.
That's something that I can explain. But again, it's kind of like what I say, legalized gambling. You're gambling, you're going to pay a lower deductible or a lower premium for X amount of years. And then your claim hits and then you're out thousands of $1,000s more when you could have paid for a proper policy.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. That makes complete sense. So, I guess what I usually do is I tell the homeowner, because policies are very confusing. They read like, insurance contract.
Review with your agent.
Yeah. Speak to your agent, or if you have any questions, I'm sure they could reach out to you and you can look at their policy that they have and possibly what else you can do for them. So
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jessica. That was very helpful and very insightful, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
And if you don't know, it's like you know.